Hey man, we down to South by Southwest all the way from Ohio. Jordan Banks, tap the fuck in.
Alright, so tell us about your background.
Man, I've been making music for 10 plus years now. I started writing music elementary school time. It's crazy because I just remember the first time that I wanted to write music, I was watching Wild 'N Out. The first song I remember writing, it was titled Shutter Shades. And it was because Kanye was on Wild 'N Out and he had this fucking dumbass shutter shade thing was going on. And it was the first song that I wrote and it was a full track, no beat to it.
This is elementary school?
Yeah. It was like 4th, 5th grade maybe. It's been a lot of things that's inspired me to make music. Clear back to my grandma, she was a lead singer in a band. My babysitter, whenever I was younger, she always played hip hop music, so that's kind of what drug me into that lane.
Who was the first rapper like you mainly listened to? You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, like their albums, their songs and stuff.
Oh, Lil Wayne for sure.
Lil Wayne?
Yeah,
All right,
easy. The first song I remember memorizing was, for some reason I feel like, unless it's like the Mandela effect kind of stuff, but I feel like it was Watch My Shoes, but now it's just on like Apple Music, it's just titled Shoes. And it's just like a no hook kind of song, and I can say that from front to back, the whole entire thing.
Who be like your top 3 like artists overall, not even just rappers, just overall? Or top 5, that's easy.
Top 5?
Yeah, top 5.
Damn. Man, no order. Drake,
Okay.
the GOAT, Lil Wayne. I really like Roddy Ricch.
You like Roddy Ricch?
Oh yeah, man.
I don't know, man.
What?
After Feed the Streets, like, what was the first one? Or the second one was good, the third one?
I mean, I feel like his latest album that he dropped, I listened to it all the way through and I was just like,
Was it good or?
I was let down, but then you go back and you listen to it a little bit more and you just keep on playing the tracks.
Like
and
it grows on you?
Yeah, it kind of just gets a little more catchy. Who else? Chris Brown. Love
Chris Brown?
Yeah, man.
That's surprising, I'm not gonna lie. Like,
Chris Brown, he's probably top 3.
top 3.
Really. I mean, that's what I kind of grew up on, really.
All right, last
Damn.
one.
Ah, damn. I'm gonna just say myself.
All right.
I'm gonna just.
I was hoping you did that, low key.
I'm gonna say myself. I mean, there's a lot of other artists that I listen to, but as far as like searching up and like ready for their next drops, I can't really list too many like that.
I fuck with the new song though. It was
Special
nice.
Feeling.
Yeah, Special Feeling was nice.
Hell yeah, thank you, man.
It's your love that every day gets me up in every way. Oh, this special feeling.
What inspired you to make that song?
I've always wanted to kind of go that route. Never really thought I could, to an extent. We actually went up into the studio with Pat, and I think we did like 2 or 3 like rap songs. And I was like, hey, I got this song here. In my head, it sounded amazing. And I started recording it, and I was just like, I don't know, Pat, scratch this one. Throw it in the trash. And he was just like, just give it a second, let me throw the mix on it. And after he mixed it, I was just like, all right, yeah, this is what I need to start doing.
Wow.
But we're working on some more of that vibe.
I like it though. It's like,
Thank you, yeah.
I like, it's kind of difficult to find like, kind of like happy music now. You know
Yeah.
what I'm trying to say? Like nobody's really making stuff like that anymore. It's just kind of like a dead genre.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like to me, it's just a little easier for me to write about that stuff because like rap and hip hop, where I'm from, there's not a lot of violence. Honestly, not any violence at all.
Where are you from?
Marietta, Ohio.
Oh,
Yeah, man.
small town, right?
Very small town. I think there's like, I don't even want to say the population and be wrong, but it's super small. Yeah, I mean, and that's why I started making that style of music for like the Special Feeling song is just because my area and my lifestyle, I don't live that kind of stuff. So I can cap all the time.
Yeah.
I can say what the fuck ever. I'm out here shooting
I
this and
respect
that
that.
and strapping that, but it's just like, look at me. Like, I'm not out there doing that. So.
I respect that. I actually respect it. Like that's,
But I mean, if like a trap artist is like, hey, I want you on my song,
you can rap on it.
I can come up with something that for his audience is more appealing to them. But as far as like me writing my own songs, I'm not trying to do all that anymore. I've been there, done that kind of thing. I've never talked about out here, you know, rolling around with the strap and shooting this and that. But like I've said some stuff that wasn't true. But as an artist, you kind of have to think of the listener too.
Yeah.
Because I can make music all day long for myself, but nobody wants to hear about a kid from a small town trying to make it.
Nah, but I think it's cool though. Like, I like when people get personal with their music a little bit.
Yeah.
Because it's so unique. Everyone's different.
Yeah.
So everyone has like how they grew up, their parents, like
Yeah.
even like small money problems, stuff like that. Like
Yeah.
stuff they had to overcome and they put in their songs.
Yeah.
I don't know, you just feel it. Like you feel when something's
Yeah.
real. You can tell when like
Yes.
you get
yeah.
little goosebumps and stuff like that. So
Yeah, man.
I like your singing too. Your singing's
Thank you,
pretty
man.
good. Like
Yeah.
you should start singing a little bit more.
I started rapping, then I moved more into like mainly R&B. That's why I said Chris Brown is like one of my top 5s.
Yeah. I like the R&B music.
Yeah.
It's cool.
So we did a full album of just strictly R&B, and then I have like a couple other singles here and there, but that was like my main lane for the most time. But I kind of just do anything. I mean, I made a country song one time.
For real?
Yeah. You don't want to listen to it, but I made
You don't like it?
it actually, the hook on it, it's definitely radio worthy, but I'm not a country
I hear
artist.
your music. It does give me like mainstream appeal. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Like it's good, bro. Like it's,
Thank you, I appreciate
I
it.
could definitely hear it on the radio. Like
Yeah.
people listen to that. Like at the
That's
beach or something like
my
that.
goal, really. I mean, there's a lot of artists that are for the streets. They want to feed the street stuff, and like, there's not a lot of longevity to them. I mean, you can only
You do so much.
say the same amount of stuff in a different way so many times, and it's just like,
I was performing like on stage and stuff. Like, what's a memorable like performance?
I love performing. My thing is I always want more. And so it's like, I'll have these shows with, 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, whatever. And I'm just like, I want stadiums. I want DMX, whatever, Lollapalooza or whatever that
that
show
show's
is, where
crazy.
you can't see the last person and it just keeps on going. That's what I want. And so like performing is just it feels so natural to me. I kind of get up there and just go crazy, kind of just enjoy the crowd. I like to do a lot of crowd interaction. I get up in people's faces. If there's like a security gate, I'm standing on the gate. And
For real?
oh yeah, man. You got to. It's making an impression. And especially when you come to perform in a place that you're not from, you got to make an impression on them.
Yeah, I like that.
So you just got to, come up with some sort of chant saying, say, I say Jordan, you say Banks, and then kind of run that 3 times and then get up in people's faces and stuff like that.
I want y'all to interact with me real quick. So when I say Jay, y'all say Lurch. Jay, Jay.
What's the goal? What's the short term goal right now? Like, what do you want to accomplish? Let's say like in 2 months.
2 months, I really just want to work more on my promotion and just get more songs out. I just had a baby, so it's kind of hard to, because Pat, he lives about 2 hours away from me, and it's he's the only person that I would want to go to for recording and mixing. Even if I record at my own house, I'm always going to send it to him. But like recording at my own house with the baby crying or
Yeah, it's just
TV
distracting.
running and stuff, it doesn't really work out like that. But 2 month goal, just get more music out, or even just more music wrote. I mean, I've had a lot of writer's block lately.
I mean, you just had the baby. Something's gonna come up,
Yeah, well, it's just, I think the writer's block is because I'm focusing more on this new style. So I'm trying to
like kind of make music towards that.
kind
style.
of perfect it just a little bit more, because I can just write out lyrics all the time, but I'm trying to make more stories. Like this new song we got out called Fantasies. It's not done yet, but there's like a story to it, kind of like a background. Like it sounds like I'm talking about a girl, but I'm actually talking about the devil. So
Oh,
it's
I
like,
fuck with stuff like
so
that.
it's like
That's cool.
you hear it and you're like, oh, he's talking about this girl, like all this other stuff. But like if you like really listen to it and you know that it's about that, you're gonna be like, oh shit, like that's crazy, because you can hear it in 2 different ways.
How's it feel like just having a kid right now? How's it feel being a dad?
Jackson Carter, it's amazing. I mean, you watch them grow in front of you and you don't even realize that they're getting bigger. So like you just look on pictures from like a month ago and it's just like, holy shit, like he's a completely different person. He's starting to sit up now and roll over and stuff. And it's awesome to watch. I'm excited to have him whenever he's walking around and being able to talk to us and stuff and just go out.
I don't know. I couldn't be no dad.
I mean, I honestly never thought I could. Because growing up, like my dad, he left us. Was like, don't want nothing to do with you. So he signed his rights away and then we got adopted. And so like, not wanting to have that for my kid just makes me like push even more. So
To be a better father.
yeah, not let him experience that kind of stuff.
Like feel love.
Yeah.
Like, I don't even talk about
Yeah, you know
that,
what I'm
like,
saying? Yeah.
Cause yeah, my dad left too. So
Yeah.
like,
I mean, whenever you have your own, or if you do, it's crazy. Like you won't understand how, like your dad left you. It's like, how could you leave
yeah.
your kid? You know what I mean? Because it's just, I think it's just fucking awesome. He's so cool. He's a super calm baby. He just smiles, laughs, chills all day long. Only he whines just a little bit when he's getting hungry, and after that,
There's some crazy babies.
Oh, I've heard horror stories. We got lucky. I think we got lucky with them.
You said that you're from a small town.
Mm-hmm.
So what advice would you give to aspiring musicians who come from a small town and feel limited by their environment?
Just do it. I mean, honestly, just go out and make music if it's something that, anything really. If it's something that you enjoy doing, even if you don't get crazy amount of support, it'll come. I mean, through high school, obviously, like I had a little bit of support, but there was always like those haters. There's always going to be people that doubt you. But with work and, you know, just practice and practice and practice, it'll get better. So if it's something that you enjoy doing, why would you not?
Yeah.
You know, fuck what other people think. And there's always going to be opinions about anything you do, your outfit, hairstyle, whatever. So just do it. I mean, there's no other way to say it, really.
How were you able to get that mentality? Because especially from a small town, like everyone knows each other,
Mm-hmm.
word gets around quickly, and so how were you able to like block out the haters and all the judgment?
Friends, just your main friends, kind of stuff like that. There wasn't a lot of haters, but it was like more of the upperclassmen, because I started releasing music my freshman year, 8th grade, kind of going into freshman year. So like the upperclassmen, they're all dickheads. They don't really like, you know, the lower grade kids anyway. So you just kind of push it out, because, you know, a year later, those people that became seniors, they started actually liking my music and listening to it. So it's like, did I want to stop making music after that? Like hearing that kind of stuff, like, yeah, like, no, you don't like it, like kind of thing. Cause you always want validation on anything you do, really. But just keep on going. I mean, there's no reason not to. Cause if it's not in your hometown, there's people outside of your hometown that could like it. So there's always something to do.
So you've opened up for a lot of famous musicians and performers, including Lil Skies and Jack Harlow.
Yep.
How was that experience? Especially, I'm guessing with a bigger crowd too.
Yeah, that was the first show was Lil Skies, and that was in Morgantown. And coming from a small town, I mean, there's one venue with a stage, and it's kind of a smaller venue compared to where we were at in Morgantown, and it was just like triple the people. I wasn't nervous. Like I was excited, because I've always, you know, the shows back home, it's a couple hundred people or something like that, and I was just like, it's kind of boring. Like same people showing up every time. So going to those shows, I was like, damn, I want more and more and more. Like keep on coming. But yeah, man, Jack Harlow, Lil Skies, Travis Porter, Smoke Perp, Twista, Chingy, Petey Pablo, Yang Yang Twins. I feel like I'm missing some, but yeah, they're there.
What was your first reaction whenever walking on that stage and seeing all that large crowd?
And so the Lil Sky show, the first show that I did, it was with a promoter out there, and he brought me in, but he put me on like 3rd or 4th in the line. There was like probably 6 openers or something like that. It was about half capacity, maybe a little bit more, because like by the time like later on, like it was fucking packed up in there. And then I kind of made an impression. I mean, you know, going up in there and doing my thing, interacting with the crowd. So it showed the promoter that I can sell tickets and bring people from my hometown and everything, and then also put on a good show. And so he put me later into the Jack Harlow show, and it was just, you know, the bigger crowd that I was wanting on that first show, and I love it. I mean, I strive to get bigger and bigger shows and have more crowd participation. But yeah, man, I want the stadiums, stuff like that.
How were you able to get that opportunity?
DMs.
DMs?
Yeah, just posted.
Did you send the DMs?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Yeah, so it's, I saw the flyers going around, because I had a lot of friends that went to Morgantown for college. And so they were posting up the flyer like, oh, Lil Skies is going to be here. And so I was trying to figure out who the promoter was to see if I can get on it. And so I messaged him, and he was like, yeah, like, you can get the slot at 9 or 10 o'clock or whatever it was, and pulled up and did my thing, and the rest was there.
That's awesome.
Yeah, man.
That's crazy. The power of social media.
Yeah, I mean, it's 2 hours away from me, so it's kind of hard to really get my name out there, especially in a college town like that, because there's so many other kids that are making music in those kind of areas, to where not being from there or going to a college like that, you have to be in front of those people. And so social media, that's the best thing right now, just for anything. I mean, me and you. I mean, we never met each other, nothing, but, you know, Instagram, doing the Instagram live stuff and everything.
Yeah, I would definitely say that's like one of the biggest way to really get your name out there and all that.
Yeah, I mean, social media is crazy. There's just so many avenues that you can tap in with people and not even know who they are, and they don't know who you are. But if your music's good enough or anything that you do is good enough, they're always going to reach out and want more from you.
Yeah.
So
I guess the last question. What advice would you give to other up-and-coming artists who are looking to land opportunities and build their careers in this industry?
there's a lot of different tactics to that. First off, you got to make sure that your music's good. I mean, there's straightforward. I've always had yes men around me, and I kind of got away from those people. And now, I mean, that was a while ago, but I mean, I feel like my music's good enough now that it's like I don't need those people, because somebody's going to tell me if it's bad or not. But you can have your friends around you saying, oh yeah, this shit's hard, but get some feedback from other people, because if you're submitting music to do a show and your music isn't good, mixed poorly, you know, it's just trash all around, make sure you got your music on point first. If you got your music on point, if you've never performed, practice. Be in front of your mirror, you know, film yourself doing it, kind of running around the room, kind of acting like you're already performing. I've done that multiple times. And then after that, it's just don't be scared to reach out to people. I know that a lot of promoters are doing this pay-to-play shit. I've got caught up in that once, and I won't pay to play again. But if you have to pay, if you think that it's something that you need to do, that's on you. But there's so many opportunities out there that you don't got to pay for nothing, and just kind of keep your mind open and go for it. I mean, if you're scared to do it, you're scared to do it, maybe next time kind of thing, but get over your fears. I mean, there's always going to be people watching you no matter what, on and off stage, especially if you're wanting to make music. So what better way to get in front of those people than performing it? Because they can hear it all the time. But if you're active on stage and you sound good, because there's people that are up there screaming the lyrics and stuff and just yelling into the microphone, you don't even know what the song actually sounds like with the melodies. There's a big difference in a rapper and an artist, to me.
I said that was the last question, but actually I got another.
No, you're good.
When do you know when the opportunity is the right opportunity to take?
You don't. Well, for me, I don't. Because I've been in so many places that it's like, oh yeah, this is going to be so dope. And then you show up and it's just like janky as hell. But the opportunities that you pass up because you don't think it's right could be the one that, you know, helps you out in some sort of way. So, I mean, there's just shows that I've went to that it's like, I pulled up and I was like, what the fuck am I doing here? But it got hyped up by so many other people that it's like, oh yeah, bro, it's going to be sold out. It's going to be this and that, this and that. And it's just like, that's not the case. But I wouldn't have learned from that show if I didn't get to it. So take the chances. I mean, there's always going to be positive and negative things about anything, even if it is a really, really good show, whether it's quality of the audio and stuff like that. But you'll learn from it. I mean, you always just got to, you know, take whatever comes to you to an extent, especially if you're starting out. Once you get a little bit more into it and you've, you know, put in the work and stuff, then you can kind of pick and choose on, does that make sense for me? But if you're starting out, go to the shows. Even if there's 50 people in the crowd, that's 50 people that have never heard you perform and heard your music. So that's 50 more fans that you can potentially gain. So everything's word of mouth.
All right. Well, I think that's a good way to end it. Thank you, Jordan Banks, for showing up.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Is there anything you want to tell the viewers? Let them know your social media.
Yeah, man, more music coming out here soon. You can follow me on Instagram at JRDNBanks, B-A-N-K-S. Much love, man.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Thank you for pulling up, bro.
Yep. God damn, it's hot as fuck.